threw a Molotov cocktail at my kids.
What? Who saw that? I didn't see anything.
I was inside the house washing dishes, and all of a sudden my 9-year-old son comes running in the house, and he's like, Mommy, next door threw a bottle of gasoline on fire at us and tried to kill us. I was like, what? I looked at him and I couldn't like even process what he said. I was like, what are you talking about? I put the dishes down and I stepped outside, and it was like I entered a movie scene.
This was about to turn into the worst 4th of July weekend in their lives.
Oh, first of all, I don't talk to you.
Come on.
Yeah. Get off my property. Get off my property.
Yeah.
I hope you got it on video, because my cameras didn't catch that.
I come outside and I see this bottle of gasoline sitting on my front lawn, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, Jimmy, my husband, I'm like, what is that? And he was like, it's a Molotov cocktail. I was like, are you f***ing kidding me?
She has a reputation for being a menace to the neighborhood, but she isn't finished yet.
Put her Ring camera up that's motion detected, the doorbell actually, and she put this up because she thinks I'm going to take the bait, and her other pot that she has left. She only has 2 left, so she's trying to make me mad with her pots now.
Karen plays this cat and mouse game all the time, but she isn't falling for it.
Not me. It's gonna really, really, really suck when you can't have a drink. Think about baiting me. I see you. It's all for the lawsuit diary. So this is my beautiful backyard. I just want to show you. My husband and I work very hard for this, okay? My kids swim here, okay? My children, who are 9, 12, and 14. This woman who lives next door to me, who threw the Molotov cocktail at my house and landed next to my kids, has made numerous comments about me, my body, saying I'm fat, and has said my children are fat before as well. She said it on the night of the incident. After, we went away on vacation, I come home and I find this camera up, this Ring doorbell camera. Look at this. This is my pool. This is her camera. You cannot tell me that she can't see into this pool. There has to be some expectation of privacy here.
Surely Karen isn't allowed to film where her children play.
And she committed the crime against us, and we're the victims. So the DA tells me, the Nassau County ADA tells me, that in order for me to rectify this situation, I should go and fill out a form. Now, with the length of time it took to have her even prosecuted, which was almost 2 years, and she ended up getting probation, do I really think that filling out a form is going to solve this peeping Tom problem? How do I know she's not recording my kids and posting them somewhere on some website and making fun of them? How do I know that? At this point, it's been 2 years. I've been just dealing with a whole host of Nassau County cops, numerous times on her. She's always been shuffled back home, never arrested. Well, it turns out I just found out 2 days ago that she was at some point dating some big guy, I hear, in the Nassau County Police Department. So of course, I have a feeling she was being protected this whole time, and nothing was ever done before about her behavior, where she was and disorderly and bothering the whole entire neighborhood and throwing rocks at little kids, calling the kids in back of her. She threw rocks at them one day and called them pussies. Like, what kind of a lady does this? And she's supposed to be a retired school teacher from Uniondale. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Anyway, there's so much more to it. I was urged by a very, very good friend of mine who, I will not say her name, but she is a lawyer. She did mention to me to just start a TikTok. She was like, people love neighbor shit.
And start a TikTok she did, but nothing could prepare her for the brutality of people on the internet.
And people were savages and so mean to me, and saying that I caused it and I started it, and it's the furthest thing from the truth. So I actually got really upset and had to take it down from TikTok, and then never posted it again because I was afraid, because we were going back and forth with court stuff. But now she's being sentenced to only 5 years probation, and she still gets to live next door to us. It's totally insane. I don't even know how this is happening.
The punishment seemed light when you consider the neighbor's previous rap sheet.
I'm not lying here. This is no joke. She had 10 felony charges. They did a plea bargain with her and cut it down. Only the judge said that jail would be too harsh for her. So they had to give her a plea deal involving no jail. So she got 5 years probation instead and gets to live next door to me the entire time. So I just happen to think that that's very unfair and unsafe of New York State to allow this woman to live next door to her victims when she is dangerous. She is not being dangerous right now because she cannot be dangerous, because if she is, she will go back to jail. And she has enough knowledge to know that. So obviously she's not that crazy. I'm not trying to cause problems. I really don't want to stalk my neighbor. I just want this woman to move.
People were curious if this could be taken further. To the ATF, for example.
That they possibly would get the ATF involved because it's considered throwing a... And I said, okay, go ahead, call them. They never ended up calling them. So I actually did my own research. I went online, I Googled this, and yes, it is a federal offense to throw a Molotov cocktail. It is considered a... So I just, from my own pure knowledge, I called the ATF. There is a number on their website. They sent me to the New York branch. So I called the number and some guy just answered the phone like, hello. I said, oh, okay. Is this the ATF? I said that nobody like can even introduce themselves. It wasn't like, hi, New York branch ATF. It was just a straight hello. I said, okay, I just wanted to ask a question. I said, so say my neighbor threw a Molotov cocktail at my house. I said, would you guys be called to come to the scene of the crime?
Unfortunately, the agent she was assigned proved to be less than helpful.
He said, yes, it is a federal offense. I said, okay, so the cops would have contacted you. And he said, no, they wouldn't have. I said, so when would somebody involve you, the ATF, if there was a Molotov cocktail thrown? He said, well, the only reason we would really get involved in something of that nature is if there was continuous Molotov cocktails thrown. I said, oh, okay, so basically like David Koresh Waco style. And then I realized he's probably like 20 years old and has no idea who David Koresh is, and I'm just old. So yeah, that's your answer. The ATF does, but doesn't. It depends on the situation. I'm not here looking to complain. What I post is just a snippet of it. There's other that goes on. Yesterday, she was outside all day banging on the fence while I'm trying to work. She knows I work from home. It's just little like that. I could spend my entire day posting, but I can't because I work. Some of the comments were, you need to move. I've been a lifelong New Yorker. I've lived here my entire life, born and bred. I partially started this account just to sort of show the world her face.
Feeling betrayed by the law, she had to tell her story.
Really flaws us is not for victims, especially in New York State. And that was the main reason for me starting this account, was to truly see just how bad of shape New York State is in. I have never imagined in the 42 years that I have lived here in this state that I would ever say that, even before this incident with my neighbor, that I have wanted to move out of here more than anything. This place sucks. I cannot move because, and this is the answer to a lot of your questions, is because literally in the area that I live in, the smallest fixer-upper hole. I mean, I'm telling you, like 2-bedroom cape from the 1950s, never updated, in my town right now, $500,000, $600,000. I do not have $500,000 worth of equity in my home to just up and move, relocate my 3 children. I mean, yeah, I could move down the block. That's fine.
It just isn't financially feasible for her to leave. And why should she?
And if you've looked at some of the rates lately, they're like 7-8%. I paid like 3%. I don't have that money to move. I'm literally trapped here. I have 3 kids. I can't even downsize. It's a shitty situation all around. But I really just wanted to bring light to like the injustice, the insanity of it. Why are we outside wearing body cameras when I'm not even out there? Like, what is she trying to do? Yeah, yesterday she spent the entire day banging on the fence. Again, I know. Get over it. Get over it. All the trolls, come on, get over it. Let it go. You got to either move or let it go. I have every right to be upset at my living situation. I did not ask for this. We did not deserve this. We are kind and loving people. I am a kind and loving person. My family always is kind and loving, and we always do the right thing, and I would never hurt a soul. So to me, this is just, I can't even wrap my head around it. Still, 2 years later, I am happy to share this story because there are bad neighbors out there, and like nobody ever takes them seriously.
If no one stands up to these Karen neighbors, then good people suffer.
I don't know if you've like watched that show Fear Thy Neighbor, it's true. This is exactly how people get. I don't want that to happen. And truthfully, if I moved, who else would move here? And then she would give them problems. And I know that's not my problem, but that's just the type of person I am. But I can't help wonder, like, what next victim is going to be here next to her. It's been pretty hard the past 2 years when your neighbor, who you never had a problem with before, attacks you out of nowhere suddenly because they're upset. She could have just called the cops and saved a whole lot of money for herself and a whole lot of trauma for me and my family.
She's been through so much, yet continues to get backlash online.
A cocktail. right from that backyard where my cameras are pointing at her. And you know what? New York State is a one-party consent state, so I am allowed to record her all I want, just like she can with her body camera. It's fucking weird that she's out there with a body camera waiting for me and mowing her lawn with the body camera when the entire neighborhood knows not to go near her because she's scary.